without further ado, I want to introduce to Radio Land my special radio guest today, Pastor Willie and Jessica Bert. They are pastors, associate pastors at Praise Cathedral Church in Pinellas Park, Florida here. And they just have some exciting information to share with you today. First of all, I just want to say to Pastor Jessica, and just to introduce you all through the radio internet here, that Pastor Jessica was formerly one of my radio personalities that I successfully recruited from another radio station that I was on several years ago in the Tampa Bay area. And I'm just so glad to have her here today.
Thank you,
She's getting a chance to be on the radio again. And I'm just glad that she just received the invitation when I introduced it to her. I think it was like 2008, somewhere in there. Yeah, 2008. And we were on this radio station in the Ozmark area. So I'm so glad to have her here today. Okay, well, let me just get started here, just sharing a little information with you before you hear from Pastor Willie and Jessica Bert. Today, Pastor Jessica and Pastor Willie will share some exciting good news about redirecting funds on the internet to your church, your favorite nonprofit organization, or your school, or whatever you're part of. Because many of you out there listening know that most churches generally receive about 10% tithes from some of their members now, not all of them. And the other 90% is spent on retail and entertainment, high-tech electronics, your cell phones, iPhones, iPads, and whatever your heart desire. Now, Pastor Jessica and Pastor Willie will be sharing with you some information about how you can still buy the things that make you happy, make purchases for your cell phones, satellite TV, broadcast, internet and fiber videos, security systems, and a new feature called Church Alerts Mobile Marketing. Now, I know you want to know what that's all about. And the good news is a percentage of that can be donated to your church or your nonprofit. Yes, it can. Or even your favorite nonprofit radio ministry, which hopefully is Matters of the Heart. But whatever. And this all can be done without leaving the comforts of your home. Now, that's the good thing about it. Now, what I'm about to do is have Pastor Jessica and Pastor Willie tell you a little bit about, because I know right now you're saying, like Sister Diane is sitting right over there from me, okay, what gimmick is this? Let's get it on. What is this all about? What is this here? Another get-rich-quick thing overnight. So let me hear what these people got to say and just see what this is all about. So when they get through, if you're interested and want to get a part of this, I want you to give Princess Denise a call today, not tomorrow. Don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Call me today after you hear this if you're interested in helping your nonprofit, your organization, your agency, your church, or whatever, that you can do just a little bit more. Now, Pastor Jessica, tell us about what this company is all about and what they really want to do for nonprofits.
Thank you, Princess Denise. This is an exciting times. You know, sure enough, we're talking about the recession and how has it affected a lot of nonprofits as well as a lot of churches. And the reason why my husband and I had gotten into it is because we have a passion for the Church of God as a whole. We're not really concerned about the denomination. You believe that we do. We are all one church. We just have a different name about it, but we still praise one God and one Christ. Yes. And this evening, or this morning, I should say, we want to take this opportunity to basically just touch on some FYI, some how the news dictates the economy. My husband is really excellent in that arena, so we're going to go ahead and let him open with that, because he is a wealth of information when it comes to that, which will lead us to how advantageous this program can be for nonprofits and churches. Pastor Willie?
Well, again, good morning, Princess Denise,
Yes,
and
Pastor
thank you for
Willie.
having us this morning.
Yes.
And what are we here to talk about this morning is, the economic climate in the USA today is very, very down right now. I mean, there's a lot of people out of work. There's a lot of things happening in the communities. I mean, just as we were coming down this morning, I
Yes.
noticed a nonprofit group. I think it was a bunch of cheerleaders out on the side of the road out there raising money for their cause. And what we're going to discuss today is the opportunity to raise funds for nonprofits that I believe is a serious blessing for all nonprofits, and it's in a way that a lot of nonprofits have not even thought of about raising money. The challenges that we have in our churches and our missions and our outreach programs are huge, and if you find yourself wanting to fundraise or needing fundraising funds, there's many different ways that you can do that, but a lot of time it costs a lot of money even to raise those type of funds or organize those type of funds. I mean, a lot of fundraising that you do, a lot of the monies that you raise go back into just paying for the materials and the brochures or the advertisements that you have that you need to get your idea out or get support out there into the community. So we are going to talk today more about how we can empower those out there in churches and organizations as athletic groups, cheerleading groups, you name it, as any nonprofit out there can benefit from the idea we have this morning.
Yes. Good. Sounds good to me. Well, just tell us a little bit how you go about getting this together and how soon we can get a check, okay?
As far as getting a check, for one thing, you have to be a nonprofit. And sometimes we do, at the organization that we belong to, we do recognize that there are a lot of excellent and goodwill groups as well as organizations who do nonprofit work but do not have the 501c3
Yes.
paperwork. They have not yet been certified, but they do have the EIN number, which is the employer identification number with the IRS.
Does that also work too? Just having the EIN number, which is called Employer Identification Number?
Yes.
Does that work too?
Yes,
Okay.
what we require is that you have a letter from the IRS stating that you are an organization.
Right.
And they're allowing that to happen even though you don't have the certification as of yet, because it takes time. It's
a process, I'm telling you.
It takes planning, it takes money.
Yes.
I think the last time I heard one individual was saying that it took $700 just to get started.
850.
Wow, the price has gone up.
Because I did mine in about 2010. Yeah, so, yeah, that's what and you have to send that along with your application, which was about 60 pages of stuff, anything that you've done and all your bylaws and your board, your board members, just all that stuff. Just got to go together. But I think the check was 800 or 850. It was one of them. But anyway, you just can't. They're not going to look at it unless you're sending the money along with it.
The certification, they say you want the paper, you're going to have to pay. I understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the beauty about a nonprofit or I would say the church is that God has given you the passion. He has given you the drive and desire to do it. So before you even get the title, before you even get the license, you're already working in it. And our company recognizes that passion that is in us to help communities. And what we want to do is help communities. That's one of the reasons that we actually got into it, is because we believe that there is such a need out there. True enough, we have churches that are out there, but it takes money to fund a church. It takes electricity. It takes a mortgage or a rent to do that. It takes insurance. And even if you have an assistant, that even costs money to do.
Yes.
And something that Pastor Willie had said that was very, very I don't think a lot of people recognize, is that whenever you do a nonprofit, you first have to buy that candy bar before you sell it.
Exactly.
You first have to buy the soap, and then and the buckets and the sponges before those children go out there and do a car wash.
Exactly.
The interesting thing about this is, though we are doing all this labor and all this planning and all this research to go out to get permission for certain sites to do this fundraiser on a one-time benefit. What am I talking about, a one-time benefit? I'm saying that one time I wash that car, you give a donation of $25, $10, or a few pennies. That's it. My work is done. Your donation is finished. What we're talking about is a new trend in which we can give you residual income on a monthly basis on a one-time sale. And I say sale because that's people understand that. And actually, it's not so much of a sale. Imagine you are paying your electric bill, your gas bill every single month.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying your phone bill,
Yes.
a landline, or cell phone every single month. Whether you have DirecTV or whether you have a satellite dish, you're paying your bill every single month. Who do you believe is going to be profiting from that? Are those vendors, are those carriers in any way, form, or fashion come to your church or your organization and ask, because you are so loyal to us as a this is the key, valued customer, we are going to give you a donation for your services that you have given to us to make us rich for the past 25 years that you've been a valued customer.
Mhm.
And what do you think that's going to be, Princess Denise?
It's going to be zero value because they don't even know you and ain't trying to get to know you.
But they know that money that you pay, don't they?
And they know they're going to disconnect if you don't pay. But that's what it basically boils down
Exactly.
to. You don't get anything in return except for keeping your phone on. And these days nobody want their phone off for 1 minute. Electricity, if it gets cut off, you're trying to get it on in a little bit. But however, it does boil down to you got to have it. And
Exactly.
they're provided for you as long as you keep paying for it.
Exactly. We belong to an organization that is a 500 Inc. corporation out of Rochester, New York. And we are a marketing arm for major vendors. By statutory agreement that we have as a licensed distributor, we cannot give you who these carriers are. But I can give you a hint and say there are majority of the major carriers. That'll be my way of saying who you'll know. If you have it in your house, there is a 10% out of 10%, I said 100 out of 100% that you have them already in your home. Let's put it that way. And we have recognized that we need to get back into the community. Our organization is Christian based. Majority of our licensed distributors are. It doesn't mean that you have to become a licensed distributor to be in the organization, but a lot of pastors, a lot of elders, apostles, prophets, and prophetesses. We're talking about a gamut of dignitaries who have seen the benefits of this organization and how it benefits their organization. So you're saying, one of the questions we had a seminar, and a young lady had asked us, well, show me the money. How am I going to be able to do this? And what we had to tell her is, if you don't sow, you don't reap. In Jeremiah, it gives you a verse saying that God will give us the ability to make wealth. This is a new trend that is coming on board of how to be able to get funds without actually having to do it over and over and over and over again. Pastor Willie, could you go ahead and elaborate on that, please?
Well, our organization, it basically gives donations for any service that you currently have in your home that you're paying on a monthly basis. For example, every Sunday when tithe and offering is given out, it's supposed to be a joyful occasion, and everybody's supposed to give and all that good kind of stuff. But a lot of times, a lot of people are not able to give in this economic climate right now. Well, our organization, basically based on the services you have in your house, and our organization will help give donations to your nonprofit, to your church, basically by you signing up your services through your nonprofit, through your organization, they will receive a monthly residual income of funds coming in every month based on the number of members who basically are signing up through your through your for the services that they already use each and every day. They use the services. They pay a bill. They pay the cell phones bills. They pay TV bills, internet, cable, satellite TV,
Home
identity theft,
security.
home security, credit card processing. And another portion of this is that if you have businessmen, any business owners within your organization, they also can sign up and also have their services, such as credit card processing, be as far as part of this your nonprofit, and you receive a monthly donation. Not only you receive a donation, you'll first receive also a one-time bonus for those individuals who are signing up, those customers who are signing up. Then after that, you'll receive a monthly residual every month on those services just by the number of members who are signing up through your organization through bills they are already paying.
For example, we have mobile phones. The upstart, or I should say the upfront bonus that Pastor Willie was talking about is $5, and every month subsequential to that would be $2. So let's say in your organization you had 100 members. And 100 members, actually, out of the 100 members, maybe 50 of them, 50% of them signed up. So imagine 50 times $5, how much that would be. That would be money that you would normally not get. Not only that, every month after that, for those 50 members, you would get $2 from that person. So we have a person within our organization who is part of a larger church. We're looking at 1,000 members, and out of the 1,000 members, 500 people signed up for the program, and they do it willingly because they understand that the church needs funds to run. Mm-hmm. They also understand that they would love to be able to give to the building fund. They would love to be able to give to missions in Jerusalem, in the Philippines, in Africa, and all of those different places. But right now, because there's the unemployment is so high, and because people are doing cutbacks, where, for example, we ourselves at one time had experience where we were a 2-income home, and then all of a sudden we are now a 1-income home. The amount of tithes that we once were able to give significantly dropped. And so whenever you have a household that is like that, or a single parent home, every penny counts. Mm-hmm. And here the church, parishioners, the members, the supporters, the employees are able to give into the organization and not have to give out another penny, another dime, or write out another check, because we're going through this marketing arm out of Rochester, New York, who is saying, because your parishioners are going through us for these carriers that you are already using, you don't have to find a new one. You don't have to stop your services. All you're saying is that I want to go through them. And what they're going to do is they're going to give a donation every single month, January, February, March, April, continuously, nonstop, as long as you decide that you want to continue your services.
And another example is if you even have a small organization, a small church, a small nonprofit, just receiving $200 a month residual every month can go a very long way. I mean, in this economic climate, that's gas money. That's money to buy food for a homeless program. That's money to send to have young adults or young teenagers, or help a youth program send for trips or mission trips, or any instances like that. I mean, the old, the young can also participate in this program. Also, this program, one fabulous thing about this program is that there's no borders. If you have family members, if you have supporters who are located in California, in New Mexico, in New York City, they can also support this program by just signing up online, just again changing their services, and your nonprofit receives a donation. This program has no borders. It's astronomical as far as how much can be generated just by parishioners, just by supporters who are just willing to just change their services through service things they are already paying each and every month, and just going through their nonprofit to sign up those services.
And you happen to church too, and your organization.
Exactly.
You know, Pastor Jessica, I know you probably want something to say, but what I'm thinking right now, anyone that's listening to Pastor Willie, Pastor Jessica, are saying, okay, what is this going to cost me? Is that what your question out there? What is it going to cost me? What is it going to cost them to sign up?
That's a very good question, Princess Denise, because I would like to redirect that question back to you. So I don't think maybe up to date, I could be wrong, that your listeners don't realize that you have become part of this program. You have signed up your nonprofit, Matters of the Heart, into this program. And did it cost you anything? Was there any hardship? How easy was it to get in the program?
If you're a nonprofit, all you had to do is turn in your letter of determination, give them your EIN number, and they just took care of the rest of it. And you did not have to give her not even 10 cents. You didn't. I really didn't. I really did.
Phone number.
Yeah. Okay, and
one thing, just like to mention real quick, the program is totally and completely free. There is no limit, no quotas, no time limit as far as how long the program can run. It's just totally and completely free.
Okay.
If you'd like to know more about this program, and then you can reach us at the number of 727-488-8818. 727-488-8818.
That was the number for Matters of the Heart. If you have it, also another number that we would like to give you, because we're working really close with Princess Denise and her nonprofit, is you could either call Pastor Willie or myself anytime. It doesn't matter during the day, because I know that we have ministers who work full-time jobs. Not everybody is at the church. You can call, it doesn't matter, in the evening or call during the day, and we'll be able to help you and guide you on how to be able to increase your income flow at no cost to you or your organization. You can reach us at 1-800. Oh, I'm sorry. I made a bloop. It's 813. I'm so sorry.
368-5714. Or you can email us at trusted_steward@yahoo.com.
But a lot of you may not be able to remember who we are. But if you can get a hold at Princess Denise at 727-488-8818. We can set up an appointment, get together. We'll even go in and talk to your board if you have a board of directors. We can talk with your pastors or the finance committees, and to educate them on how to get started or the advantages of getting started. And we'll even talk to your congregation and teach them and show them what is necessary as far as their participation on how to even do this.
Sounds very good. And on that note, this is what I want to share with my radio listening audience as to why Matters of the Heart became a part of this great network. Is because Matters of the Heart Radio and Connected Ministry wanted to participate with the Links funding for financial growth of the ministry that would enable us to educate, encourage, inspire, and motivate others through the Word of God for spiritual growth, which consequentially would bring monetary blessings to the ministry. So again, as Pastor Jessica and Pastor Willie was saying, if you're interested in finding out more about, after hearing this broadcast today with Pastor Jessica and Pastor Willie, and getting your ministry, your nonprofit signed up for free, give Princess Denise a call at 727-488-8818. Well, the reason we keep repeating the number to give you time to, if you're at home, to get a pen and paper just to write it down. Again, that number is 727-488-8818. Now, Pastor Jessica and Pastor Willie probably don't know, but I added this little part in at the end of it. This is like my incentive today for those that are listening. So just listen up, okay? The first 4 ministries are the nonprofits that sign up today, or no later than Tuesday, October the 16th, will automatically receive a $25 gift card from Walmart as a bonus reward for just participating. If you don't need the gift card, don't worry about calling. If you like to just sign up, knowing that that's all you got to do. If you got the proper paperwork and you can get signed up today, we'll be glad to receive your call. So give me a call again at 727-488-8818. I threw that in there. Do you have any closing remarks for our guests today as to why they really should think about even calling me or you?
Oh, well, the great thing, once again, is this is a blessing. I believe this is a strong blessing. It's being used by many ministries all over the Southeast right now, and it's helping a lot of churches, nonprofits, and again, old, young, anyone can participate in this program as far as helping fund their ministries or fund their church or help with the different programs that need funding. In this economic climate, there's a lot of things happening, and we're not able to give in the traditional way. But here's a way. This is a creative idea, a blessing that the Lord has blessed us to share with you, and I believe it will just bless your nonprofit, your church, your groups, and it's fantastic.
Also, for individuals who need more income and are not part of, or let's say they don't have a nonprofit but would like to know more and become a business partner, we would give us a call and we'll show you how to be able to supplement your income based on what we do, and we'll get you connected with Princess Denise.
That's good. Pastor Willie sent me an email about 2 or 3 weeks ago or something, like telling me that someone in the Atlanta area had went on the radio and told them about this, because there's only so much you can tell you on a radio broadcast. It's not like we got an hour to work with, so just getting more about it, they're only giving you some of the soul food of it. So you'd like to know more, that means give us a call. But he was saying out of the broadcast, they were flooded by calls or people wanting to know more. So we're hoping today, after you've heard this, that we will hear from somebody, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 people that would like to know a little bit more, because our time is limited only to tell you just a little bit about it. But if it's enough to perk your interest, please give us a call today. And if you didn't have a chance to write our number down because you're driving, just call the radio station, speak to Sister Diane or Sister Cynthia, and they'll give you my number to give me a call in case you're driving and not able to write down the phone number. Because sometimes when I'm listening to the stuff, I just can't write it down at that point, and hoping that I remember some of the numbers. So you can always be able to reach me if you're not in a position to write down the phone number at this time. Okay?
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And like I told you, again, the number would be 727-488-8818. Now, I want you to stay tuned. Next week, we're going to be doing another broadcast of Matters of the Heart Radio Ministry. My special guest next week will be Rashida Strobin. She does a one-woman act of a dark-skinned woman's revenge. And author Swilya Muhammad, she wrote a book, Don't Call Me Crazy, I'm Just in Love. I think I've had both of them on my radio program before, but they're coming together next week as a dual team because they're helping me with Matters of the Heart pre-Thanksgiving event that's coming up on November the 10th, 2012. They're going to be some of my entertainment at that event. So that's why they're coming together, tag teaming with me to promote the event and also tell you about what they're doing. So through the week, stay tuned for the announcements about Matters of the Heart pre-Thanksgiving event for food basket giveaway for needy families. That's going to be on November the 10th, 2012 at Glad Tidings Assembly of God, 4200 17th Avenue North in Saint Petersburg. Time of the event will be from 11 a.m. to 2. You be blessed and have a good week. Be blessed.